Hello and welcome to another edition of the Empathic Designer podcast. I'm your host Vaidishwaran. Over the past couple of weeks, I've been in conversation with a lot of trainers who are trying to shift from the traditional classroom delivery to the virtual world in light of the COVID-19 situation that is going on worldwide. I've had some great discussions with them and have collated a list of top 10 questions that I was asked. I will answer these 10 questions in this video, so let's get started. A VILT or Virtual Instructor Led Training is a training that is conducted online, also known as a live training or a synchronous training program for a group of participants. It is advisable to restrict a VILT session to not more than 60 minutes. You could stretch it up to 90 minutes depending on the nature of the content and your audience, but definitely not beyond that. Virtual instructor-led trainings, webinars, and webcasts are three entirely different things. While a VILT is a synchronous and a highly interactive session, webinars mostly consist of a monologue with an opportunity for the attendees to ask questions towards the end. A webcast, however, is highly scripted where the audience has the opportunity to send their questions on the topics ahead of the session and the presenter answers them during the course of this presentation, and this makes it a little more passive. A virtual training is similar to a classroom training since it is a live training session with an instructor and an audience. The instructor delivers the training using the various instructional strategies and gets to test the learner's understanding and receive feedback about the session. But there really ends the similarity. A virtual training session is different from a classroom training in its use of technology, the instructional strategies involved in engaging the audience, and the list of tasks that the instructor must do before, during, and after the sessions. A basic comfort level with computers is a definite must. You should know how to launch applications pertaining to your session, how to save, retrieve, and share files online. Basic working knowledge of applications like word processors, spreadsheets is definitely required. You should also be comfortable with surfing the internet. If you're good with all of these, then you're really good to get started with your VILT sessions. A decent computer, be it PC or a laptop, with a good camera, a good headset with a microphone, and a decent internet connection is all that you really need to get started. There's definitely a lot of gear and software that are available in the market that can give a more premium feel to your sessions, but the gear that you already have lying around should be more than enough to really get you started. I always recommend starting small and getting yourself acclimatized to the virtual environment before really investing on any of the high-end tech gear or software of your choice. Yes, of course. The world of virtual training has numerous opportunities to create engaging and meaningful activities for your learners. You can either use the inbuilt features of your virtual platform like the chats, polls, breakout rooms, etc., or you can integrate experiences created by third-party applications as well. I have worked on creating programs that incorporate mobile applications or even QR codes to create activities in the middle of the VILT sessions. That's a good question. A VILT producer plays an important role in working with the facilitator to ensure that the virtual training sessions run smoothly. They help the facilitators by kicking off the session, conducting activities such as polls, breakout sessions, etc., moderating the chat board, directing the users to supplementary content and reference material, keeping time, and in some instances, they also serve as co-presenters or even the backup presenter for your program. And now that's a great question, and that actually warrants a separate video for itself. Let me go ahead and make that video on that. In the meantime, let me give you some of my top tips for instructors. Number one, state your goals and objectives for the session. It is important to communicate what the learners can expect from you and what is expected of them before, during, and after the session. Number two, set the ground rules and be explicit about it. This helps in bringing a sense of order into your sessions. And number three is to have a producer for your session. This helps in keeping yourself organized, conducting activities effectively, and to help you focus more on your delivery. Number four is to enable video. This adds a personal touch to your sessions. And number five, have a follow-up plan to keep in touch with your learners. And as I said, I'm going to be making a separate video on this where I will talk about all these points in much greater detail. And keep following this channel for an update on that video. Thanks a lot for tuning into this edition of the Empathic Designer podcast. If you like what you heard, go ahead and hit the subscribe button. You can also hit the bell icon for getting regular updates from my channel. And as always, if you have any questions or if you have any feedback, please go ahead and post them in the comment section below, and I'll be glad to answer and talk with you. Thank you and have a wonderful day.